Hi, this is Lucky Robin, and today I'm going to be making chicken chili using mostly Thrive Life ingredients. Okay, so you'll need 4 cups of chicken broth, chopped onions, cayenne pepper, salt, pepper, diced chicken, this is the smaller ones, cumin, chili powder, diced green peppers or green chili peppers, diced mixed bell peppers, and some tomato powder. Alright, to start we're going to need to take our chopped chicken, and we're going to need one cup. And instead of using water to hydrate this, we're going to take our chicken broth and use it instead. So that needs to set for about 15 minutes to rehydrate. And I'm going to go ahead and rehydrate the peppers and onion now. Although it only takes, maybe 2 minutes to do peppers and onions. Alright, so a cup of the chopped onions, a cup of the mixed bell peppers, and a cup of the green chili peppers. And then we're going to pour the rest of the broth over that and let it rehydrate in the broth. And this just adds an extra layer of flavor. And just make sure everything gets wet. We won't even need to drain this because the broth goes in the chili, so it'll work out just fine. Alright, everything is nicely rehydrated. So it's time to start the chili. Alright, so you need about a tablespoon of oil. I'm using sunflower oil. And you need to have your heat on 350 degrees or medium high. Put your garlic into your oil. We're going to saute that for about 30 seconds. Now, if you have bacon fat, that's the best thing to saute this in, but I'm out of bacon right now, so no bacon fat. But that's okay. We substitute what we can. Okay, that is good. So now I'm going to put in the peppers and onions. And we're just going to let that simmer for a couple of minutes. This will infuse the broth that's in there with a little more of the onion and pepper flavor. So I'll come back when this is going well. Alright, it has been bubbling for about 2 minutes, so at this stage I'm going to put the chicken in. So it's the 1 cup of chicken dices, and then 1 cup of the chicken sausage. And if you don't have chicken sausage, you can use 2 cups of the chicken dices and just add 1 tablespoon of Italian seasoning. Alright, next we need to add 2 tablespoons of chili powder, and 2 tablespoons of ground cumin. Okay, I think that's gotten, oh, there we go. These aren't spots on the camera, this is from the sun. Alright, I think I've got it cleared off now. Alright, so I'm going to need some cayenne powder. Need a half of a teaspoon. If you don't want to use that much, you can do a 1/4 teaspoon. And this is my homemade cayenne powder from last year. And then we'll need a tablespoon of ground black pepper. And because the chicken dices do not have salt on them, we're going to need a teaspoon of salt. And then the secret ingredient is half a cup of cocoa powder. I know that sounds kind of weird to a lot of people, but cocoa powder is used a lot in Mexican foods, mole and that kind of thing. Oh, come on. Alright. And it sweetens the tang of the peppers, the green peppers. And there's a little thicker than I want it to be. So I'm going to add some water. So I'm just going to put a little in. There's probably about half a cup. And then maybe just a little bit more. Alright, and then this just needs to cook down for a little bit, maybe 10 minutes, just so that all of the meat absorbs all of the flavoring that we put in. And if you want to, you can add beans, the instant red beans, the instant pinto beans would work well. I don't happen to like beans very much at all, so we're not putting them in. We're not big bean eaters, but it would stretch this. This is probably going to be 6 servings, and pretty substantial servings too. Alright, so I'm just going to let that simmer on 200 or low for about 10 minutes. Alright, it's been about 5 minutes. I forgot to add the tomatoes, so I'm going to add in. It's a cup of tomatoes, and if you have the the freeze-dried tomatoes from Thrive, you can use those. You'll need an additional cup of water if you do. And you need to add the tomato powder. So 1, 2, 3. And if you don't have tomato powder, 3 tablespoons of tomato paste would be a good substitute. Alright, so we're going to go another 10 minutes from this point with it on 250. Alright, the chili's done. It's at a nice consistency to make it nice and thick. So, now for the taste test. Alright. That's real good. But you know what it needs? A little sharp cheddar.